Dutch youngster Maik Kuivenhoven. Let's hear all about it and watch what could be a fascinating match with Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Yeah, Glenn had a terrific victory, his 4th Pro Tour event after crossing over to the PDC, and he really has made a dream start to his PDC career. But those who followed the darts know that he's been a real class player for a good few years now. But Maik Kuivenhoven, the Dutchman,
took care of Daniel Day
6-1.
Yeah, with a 94.2 average. So if he plays to that level, he'll give Durrant plenty to think about.
It's more like a footballer than a darts player, doesn't he?
Durrant, of course, has played in the UK before a few years ago, coming through the Riley's qualifiers. Kyle Anderson joining the affray a little later.
Kuivenhoven, tall lad. Glenn with his supporters who've made their way down from Middlesbrough.
100.
Provisionally, I think, ranked 74 coming into this, and that could rise a bit if he goes deep into it. Played in the Premier League, of course, had that match against Daryl Gurney, lost that one 7-3, but that's been one of the few nights of disappointment so far. It's been a lot more positive than negative, and there are a few saying, is he going to be good enough?
Well, that night, Gurney, 7 from 9 on his doubles. He was irresistible.
59.
Fairly ordinary start to this match, but the levels will increase, you can be sure of that.
Absolutely.
So 6 darts from 200. Really had to grind it out at Q School, qualifying to get his
45.
PDC card. First 2 days, he found it pretty tough, didn't he? And he managed to get himself in.
Well, Matty Denon, I think he had 3 darts to take him out. It'd have been tough then on the final day.
Well, that's a lovely setup by Kuivenhoven. Durrant 155. Needs the treble 19. Oh, he's got it. Double 19 for 155. How about that? How about that? That is the checkout of the day so far.
Yeah, that's been part of his game. It's been prominent since his switch to the PDC in the Players' Championships.
Said he's going to be back to work before too long, Glen Durrant, and he says that he's going to try and improve his fitness. He says he's going to lose a few pounds, and he says as well, get myself mentally stronger. That's what you need.
He quits his job at the end of March, doesn't he?
Yeah.
140.
So he's 25 years of in the same job for the same.
Well, he works in housing, doesn't he? For the local
housing
council
manager.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, so it's a big decision.
I said to him, get yourself a dog, Glenn, and he said, oh, John. He said, I just lost my best friend. 17 years, he said, it's broken my heart. All of us who've been through that know exactly where he's at. Well, that's not the smartest piece of work. 170 remaining, so 132. We saw Mark McGeaney do this earlier on. Bullseye should be his first dart.
Yep. If you get 25, leaves you 107. Treble 19 ball, which is the route that McGeaney went.
3 didn't do you a lot of good.
No. Can't check 129 out in 2 darts.
43.
Now, well, I've just seen him do 155. Not going to do this, is he? No.
$81. I can require 89.
Kuivenhoven just wanting to get a foothold in the game. Bullseye. Oh, nicely done.
The second, Maik Kuivenhoven. The Glen to throw first.
Got his card this year, came through the European qualifiers. few people were saying that those guys who got their cards in that manner had an easier task of it.
I think there's anything easy. You still have to beat all the players in front of you.
First maximum of the match. He was made last year. 103 is averaging at this moment. Kuivenhoven against Durrant's 97.
100.
And that little magic 9 there tells us that he's had 3 perfect darts so far, and that's where it ends.
Something
inevitable about that, isn't it? As soon as you start to flag it up, I'm going to shut up in future and just wait.
Well, just to show you how good Rob Cross has been in his 22 matches so far in the Players' Championship events. His overall average over those 22 matches is 97.41.
Glen Durrant, you mean?
Yeah, he's the 10th best player and 10th best player in the PDC right now in terms of stats. Incredibly, Rob Cross is right at the top,
which is hence the Rob Cross creeping into your analysis unexpectedly.
83.
It's almost a Stuart Pike moment. Right then, 124 now for 2-1 for the holder throw. Treble 18 still gives him the bullseye. Yeah, now bull for 124.
90.
Fancied that.
Maik 137.
It's a great dart. You need a treble 19 there for double 10. So now Durrant 34. Straight at it, Chris?
Yeah. All the same size, John. Oh, 2 double 16.
Like the percentages.
Did the business.
It worked.
2-1. Hold of throw. 90 average for Durrant. 93, 93. Maik.
140.
I wonder what Kuivenhoven is.
Solid player, isn't he? I've not seen much of him.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Handy.
Decent average. 96.81 as we're in the fourth leg.
Great auditorium for darts. I know we say it every time we come down here, but it really is a terrific venue and a great atmosphere when this huge 4,000 plus arena is filled to capacity.
Well, it holds just around 5,000 now, doesn't it? A few improvements they've made. But yeah, it's just absolutely unique.
That's the view from the stage as we looked back. Huge stage as well. They're a long way away from those fans.
Yeah.
Great cover shot. You see the stage from the far corner of the arena. You don't really get a bad seat though, do you?
There isn't a bad. No, there's not. Not a bad seat in the building. And it just sells out so quick. Within a couple of weeks of this ending, it's sold out for next year.
Oh, look at this, double 16. Just the wrong side of the wire. That would have hurt the Dutchman.
In the
Can't
first
do anything
break
about
of throw.
it.
No, not now. Put a bit of pressure on though, John.
Now don't. Keep away.
140. Then you require 16.
Well, it shows his first match was no fluke because his average is pretty similar. But there we go. First break of throw. 13 dart leg for Durrant.
Fifth leg, Glen.
It's 3-1.
So solid, Glen. I mean, we've watched him so many times, Chris. Even when he's kind of off his game, he's still going to be averaging 94, 95. His B game is kind of so strong.
Yes.
And that's what we're seeing here. He's not really pulling up any trees, but he's got the break and he's 3-1 up.
Yeah, I think this is why Why Glen has settled so quickly is he has just got such a solid B game.
I've had sort of messages and tweets, as I'm sure you have, Chris, saying, do you think he's going to win a major at some stage? And the answer to that is, 100%.
I can't read out on air the kind of tweets I get, John, unfortunately.
I see some of them. Can be quite entertaining.
59.
A chance now to break straight back. Needs to find a treble.
59.
And that opportunity may have passed him by.
Yeah, you've got to take those, and he'll realise that. And now Durrant's going to punish him big time, hugely.
Average now as we get towards the end of the fifth leg, 98 for Glen. Kuivenhoven still a solid 93.
44. Require 62.
Well, 62 for 4-1. Kuivenhoven angrily taking his darts out there because 6 darts at it.
Yeah.
Might not need it.
There you go.
Doubles.
The width, 15,
4 out of 6 now on his doubles.
15 darter, yeah, 67%. Just starting now on board 2, stage 2. Simon Preston up against Aaron Monk, son of Colin Monk. Good player in his own right now, Aaron.
60.
I'm sure Colin's at home watching our broadcast. Along with literally hundreds of thousands of other people.
And of course the millions around the world it's being streamed, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yes. America on DAZN.
25.
Risk of sounding like Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Darts players rumbling away to great effect.
Average now, John, getting closer and closer to that 100. Which seems to be the new 90.
He's turning the screw here, isn't he, Glen?
Yeah, just found a little spurt.
And the throw is under threat again.
Maybe if another one of those goes in.
Could be another.
140.
See the concentration and the determination and the disappointment all wrapped up into one visit. So 121 now for 5-1 and another break of throw. Treble 17. And the bullseye. That would have been a 12-darter.
Plenty of pressure now on this 81 just to hold throw. $12 ball. Treble 12, double 13.
Dear. 68. Then you require 25.
988 always, well, almost always goes down that corner of the board. Double 4. Not that boards have corners, I suppose, technically speaking, that area of the board. 13. Now that is a costly miss.
Surely won't get away with that again.
It's a bit of a blocker. Oh, beautiful adjustment. Beautiful. And he's almost there. Durrant 5-1 up. And I'll let you viewers into a little secret before we came on air, or before we started with this match. Mr. Mason said to me, be a good match this one. 6-1. Well, it might well be now.
Who would have thought that, John? What a good guess, eh?
Well, you do sometimes get it right, I've noticed.
100.
Preston against Monk is actually now, the legs just finished. It was 2-0 to Aaron Monk. Ted Evitts 4-2 down against George Killington. Nathan Derry 2-1 up against Barry Vandermeer. Stevenson 2-1 up on Gray. Adrian Gray. Look at that for a 6-0 drubbing there for Cannick.
41.
Jared Cole's run comes to an end. I can assure you that's not Cliff Thorburn losing 6-2. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a bit of footage of him doing an exhibition, knocking in it was a 120 break, Cliff Thorburn.
No, he can still play.
Yeah.
The old grinder.
The old grinder, that's it.
45. You only require 91.
So, for 6-1. Treble 14. Yep, double 16
And this,
to wrap it up with a 12-darter.
what a way this would be to finish. He's just checking where he's at. Double 16.
I'm not sure that he thought that was in or not.
Looks a bit warm up there, doesn't it? Double 16. And he gets it away with a 12-darter. What a lovely way to win the match. Averaged 98.6. A really solid performance from Glen Durrant. Through into the next round and winning 6-1.